Right, hello everybody, how is it going? I hope you are all doing well, and welcome back to another video on the Cameron's Trains and Adventures YouTube channel. In this one, I take a visit to the Severn Valley Railway Steam Gala on the 18th of September 2021. We paid £35 for a day rover ticket, which basically meant that you could ride up and down the line as many times as you wanted and get on and off at any station. We did 4 full lengths of the line, which took up 5 trips because we got on and off at the mid station along the line. We got the 12 o'clock train from Kidderminster, which would arrive at Bridgnorth at 1:20, but as we were waiting for another train, I filmed a West Midlands Trains mainline service that was passing through Kidderminster. The train we were waiting for passed, and then we set off on our journey towards Bridgnorth. Now I'll just leave you alone to listen to the sounds of the steam engine, and I'll just catch up with you at major points along the journey. The first station we called at along the line was Bewdley. We were meant to arrive here at 12:17, however we arrived a bit later because the train we were waiting for earlier was also a bit late, arriving into Kidderminster. We soon departed Bewdley after a quick stop, continuing north along the line. Our train was hauled by Great Western Pannier number 1501. You emerge from some trees and go past Trimpley Reservoir, which is just after you cross over the River Severn on the Victoria Bridge, one of the main highlights of the Severn Valley Railway. And just after you cross over Victoria Bridge, you pull up into the lovely station of Arley, and here you can see some HST power cars in the old LNER livery, which I presume are there ready for scrapping. I may be wrong, but they might just be there for storage until they are scrapped, which I must say it's such a sad thing to see because they are in such a state and it's so sad to see them like this. Such a shame. Now I didn't film us pulling in, but this is us departing Highley Station. This is the station that we get off at in the return journey. But here we pass class 31466 in a fantastic EWS livery. I presume this is being stored there for now because this is one of the guests for their upcoming diesel gala. Now this steam gala was going to have a very special guest in form of Duchess of Sutherland, however she had to be withdrawn shortly before, and here we are just passing her replacement 4953 Pitchford Hall as we pull into Hampton Load Station. So here we are just pulling into Bridgnorth station at the end of the line, and if you look to your left you will see BR Standard Class 4 number 75069. This would be hauling the return journey back to Kidderminster. This was the train we got, however we departed at Highley to go and visit the engine shed. once she was coupled, we set off on the journey back. We departed at Highley Station to go and have a look at the engine shed, but first I thought I'd film our train departing, continuing its way down to Kidderminster.
Never failed, opposite our house. Never failed. The only one
Now I didn't actually do any filming inside the engine shed because I was running out of storage, but here is a compilation of some pictures I took of what was inside the engine shed. So once we left the engine shed, we got the next train back down to Kidderminster, and I was delighted to see it was pannier tank number 9466, which was a guest loco hauling it, because 9466 has a very close spot in my heart. Long story short, me and my dad volunteer at Buckinghamshire Railway Centre, and there was a man at Buckinghamshire Railway Centre, who I'll keep his name private, but he owned 9466. He's actually saved 9466 from scrap at Barry Scrapyard in 1975, and 9 years later she was fully restored at Buckinghamshire Railway Centre. And the reason she has a close spot in my heart, because it was on 9466 that my dad passed his fireman's test. So obviously she has a close spot in his heart, but she also has a close spot in my heart. And I'll insert a quick clip now of when I last saw her back in March 2019. Now, for the rest of the journey back down to Kidderminster, I didn't film because I just wanted to relax and enjoy the train ride myself instead of filming. Now, I do enjoy filming the train journeys, but I just thought it'd be nice to relax because I knew I'd be doing more filming. But here you can see 75069, which was a train that took us from Bridgnorth down to Highley earlier, before we caught 9466. And she was going to be taking us all the way back to Bridgnorth, and here you can see she's running round to the back to couple up. We departed Kidderminster about half an hour later after I first went in the shop. I did see some stuff I liked in the shop, but I do end up buying something at Bridgnorth station, which I'll mention later on in the video. As we pulled into Bewdley, here you can see the freight service that departed Kidderminster as we arrived. When we arrived on 9466, 10 minutes later this freight train was meant to depart. However, the 9466 service was a bit late, which meant as we arrived I wasn't able to get down to the end of the platform quickly enough to film this freight train leaving, which was quite disappointing, but I still managed to get it shot here, parked up at Bewdley. again didn't film much on this journey because I knew I'd done a lot of filming on the original journey, but here we are pulling into Bridgnorth at the end of the line. However, this is a different perspective, as the first perspective I was showing pulling in on the other side, but now I'm showing you pulling in on the platform side. I then took a brisk walk up to the end of the platform to see Great Western 2800 class number 2857 heavy freight locomotive 280 wheel configuration reversing up to the coaches for its journey down to Kidderminster. We didn't catch this train because we wanted time at Bridgnorth station, so we caught the train after this. But the 2800 class is one of my favourite Great Western engines, so I just had to get a shot of it.
The ones that bloody floating, you can't. You've got to get a ladder underneath and get in.
So here we are just leaving Bridgnorth station, and you can see it has got considerably much darker since the last shot. That's because our train was an hour after 2857 left, but in that hour I paid a visit to the station shop and bought 2 model trains. Well, I say I bought 2, I bought one and one is for my Christmas present. The one I bought was a Bachmann 8750 class pannier tank, which was priced at £101, but on the day you got 10% off all model rail related items, so I actually ended up paying only £91 I think it was. And the second train I got was a Bachmann C1 Atlantic in LNER apple green, which looks stunning. That was priced at £161, but because of the 10% off, I actually paid, my mum paid, about £144, something like that, which I thought was a fantastic deal because I've seen those trains go for about £200, so I was very happy. But here, let's just enjoy the return journey back down to Kidderminster. From now on, I've just had to raise the lightness and the contrast up quite substantially so you can actually see what is happening. Because it got so dark, my camera just did not, you just couldn't see anything. So I've had to raise the lightness and the contrast so you can actually see what is going on, because for the rest of this video, it was pitch black. You could not see a thing. So hopefully this has made it better and you can actually see what's going on. Even with the lightness and the contrast raised up, you can still find it really difficult to actually see. But here you can see some lovely views of Bewdley all lit up, just as we are about to put into the station.
Train now standing at platform 2, the 812 departure for Kidderminster Town. Platform 2 for Kidderminster.
We finally arrived back at Kidderminster station, and here is 75069 just coupling up to some more coaches, which I presume was parking there for the evening, ready for the Sunday runs, because the night services were ran by 2857 and 43106, which we saw in the engine shed earlier on. But I do hope you enjoyed this video of my visit to the Severn Valley Railway Steam Gala on Saturday the 18th of September 2021. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to comment down below. Feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everybody, and I'll see you next time. Ta!